everyone. I am Deanne Jimenez, and I am an online health and fitness coach for Beachbody. So today what I want to talk about is nutrition, which is super, super important. Exercise is great. I exercise, 6 days a week. I love it. It definitely has its benefits and its place when living a healthy lifestyle. But in order to get the most from your exercise, you need to have your nutrition in place. When you have your nutrition in place and you combine it with your exercise, then that's when you are going to have greater results with the weight loss that you want to have, with muscle building, with toning, with defining, with, changing how your body looks. And so it's super, super important that you get your nutrition in place and eat healthy in order to get the most out of your exercise, because you are spending the time, the energy, the effort exercising. You want to get the most out of it. And like I said, I love exercise. It's super, super important, but I also make sure that I get my nutrition in place. So what I want to talk about is basically overall nutrition and health, and how we can get the most nutrition in our body to get the most benefits from it. So, today most of us have the standard American diet, which is not a healthy diet. A lot of us are trying to eat healthy and cut out things that we know are not good for our body. But, generally, even with doing that, we don't always get the nutrition that we need in order to help our body function properly. And I'm going to talk about all the reasons why, and then how we can get the nutrition that we need so that we can function properly. So with the standard American diet, we are just inundated all over the place with fast food, processed food, food with chemicals, toxins, preservatives, additives, foods with added fats, foods with unhealthy fats. Just, everything is around us, and it's basically easy to get. Those kinds of foods are easy to get. You go to the store, you see packaged foods, they're already pre-made. They're super, super easy for you to just grab and eat, but they are not the healthiest. So, many of us, we are nutrient deficient. We are not getting the nutrients, all the nutrition that we need. We aren't getting the vitamins that we need. We aren't getting the minerals that we need. Even if we eat a healthy diet, even if, we do cut out the junk food, the fast food, the processed food, we're still nutrient deficient. So, I want to talk about why we're not getting the nutrition with our food that we should be. Like I said, with processed foods, that basically is, it's not a surprise that processed foods usually are not healthy. Processed foods do have chemicals in them. They have additives. They have flavor enhancers. They have, things to make them, look better, like artificial colors and preservatives. And so, with processed foods, we are not getting the nutrition we need. We are getting basically frankenfoods, or foods that are made in factories. They are not natural foods, and most of them do damage to our body rather than help our body. In addition to that, and we know, like I said, we know processed foods, like if you go out and you eat, chips or cookies or donuts or something, we know those aren't healthy for us, and those are processed. But a lot of us think, well, I'm eating healthy. I'm getting all of the nutrients that I need in order to be healthy, in order for my body to function properly. Today, unfortunately, with the way that food is grown, and once it's processed, even if it's healthy food, like vegetables or fruit or like whole grains, with the way they're grown and harvested, they're losing so many nutrients these days that is making a huge difference in the nutrition that we get. So even if, we are striving to eat healthy and less processed foods and more real, whole, natural foods, we're not getting the nutrition from the food that we should be getting. And so there's some reasons for that. One of them is GMOs, genetically modified organisms. So there are many foods that have GMOs in them, these genetically modified organisms. And basically what the companies do is they will take the seeds of the plants they're going to harvest, say example corn or wheat. Corn and wheat are two big ones for having GMOs. And so what they do is they take the seed of the corn, the wheat, and they modify it. They put something in it. And what they put in it are chemicals. So even if you're eating something healthy, like you think, well, whole grains, oatmeal, it's healthy, or corn, it's healthy for me, it's a healthy vegetable. If it has these GMOs, these genetically modified organisms in it, which corn and wheat are the two big ones that do, you're not getting the full nutrition. What you're getting is, even though you're eating a healthy food, you're getting chemicals in your body and you're not getting the nutrition you need. When you think about today, how food is grown, think about wheat. I'm not sure if you're aware how wheat is grown, but back in the day, way back, wheat was grown. You would see fields of long flowing stalks of wheat, and you see wheat just blowing in the breeze back and forth, back and forth. That was wheat grown naturally without GMOs. And think about it. Back in the day, did we hear about food allergies as much? Yes, there are some people that, had allergies. You'd hear about peanut allergies and things, but this whole thing about gluten intolerance, gluten allergies, gluten sensitivity, you didn't hear about it back in the day. And I grew up, eating wheat bread, cereal made with wheat, and I never had a problem. Today, I can't eat that stuff because I break out in hives. And so part of it is because the way wheat is grown today. So back then they didn't add the chemicals. They didn't add the GMOs. They grew wheat the way it was meant to grow. And most people were fine with it. Today, if you look at the way wheat is grown, it's grown in little short stalky stalks. It's not the long stalks that blow in the breeze. They're little short stalks of wheat. And the reason is because of the GMOs. They modified the wheat. And I'm just using wheat as an example just because it's an easy, example. And it kind of represents everything. It represents, corn and other foods that they put GMOs on. But I'm using wheat as an example. But basically, wheat is grown in little stalky stalks because of the GMOs. It's not in its natural form. So what happens is the nutrition is compromised. You're not getting the full nutrition of the wheat. And why we have so many allergies today is it's not that people are allergic to wheat per se, but it's the chemicals that they put in the wheat to grow it, because they want to grow the wheat faster. And they want to just produce more wheat. Why? So the companies can make money. So what they do is they basically compromise our health so they can have stalks of wheat that they grow fast, they harvest, they grow a new batch fast, they harvest. So they have a bigger, a faster turnaround. And basically what we're getting from it are chemicals that are causing us health issues, allergies, these sensitivities that we say are gluten sensitivities. It's really from the chemicals put into our food. And because our food is being genetically modified, we're not getting the full nutrition from these crops that we should be getting. So GMOs are one reason why we are nutrient deficient. The other reason is pesticides. So, when they grow any kind of crop, fruit, vegetable, grains, unless you get organic, you are getting crops with pesticides. What are pesticides? Pesticides are chemicals. So once again, they're spraying the crop with these chemicals to keep the bugs away. And what happens is the chemicals go into the crop. Okay, so they compromise the nutrition of the crop. So say like you have apples. So the apple tree is sprayed with pesticides. The pesticides, they sink into the apples. Even though the apple has skin on it, it can still sink into the apples, and it basically destroys some of the nutrition, some of the nutrients that you normally would get in a clean apple without pesticides. Also, when they spray the trees with pesticides, what happens is the pesticides will dwindle down and they will go on the ground, they will soak into the soil. So now you're not only getting fruit sprayed with pesticides, which is destroying and killing the nutrition, but you're also getting the soil where the fruit basically gets its vitamins and minerals to grow. It's also getting pesticides from the soil. So, you're getting a double dose of pesticides, which means that you are not getting the nutrition, because pesticides are basically not, they're basically keeping the vitamins and minerals out of the plant. They're depleting the soil. The soil today, the way things are grown, the soil is so depleted of vitamins and minerals. It's not a rich nutrient soil like it used to be back in the day. So we think we're eating healthy, and once again, we're not getting the full nutrition that we should be getting. So even if we eat 100% like healthy diet, 100% fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, lean meats, nuts and seeds, we're still nutrient deficient because of those things I mentioned. The processed foods, the chemicals, the toxins, the preservatives that are injected into the food to keep it, lasting longer, give it a longer shelf life, the pesticides that are sprayed on the food. If you do organic, yes, you do get more nutrition. The soil is richer because it's not sprayed with pesticides, so it does retain more of its vitamins and minerals and nutrition. But even then, the soil today, even with organic fruits and vegetables, the soil does not have as many nutrients as it did back in the day. So, many of us are nutrient deficient. Even when we're trying to eat healthy, we're not getting the biggest bang for our buck when it comes to healthy food. We're not getting all the vitamins and minerals and nutrition. So we could be walking around saying, why am I so tired? I'm eating lots of veggies. I'm eating lots of fruit. Why am I having headaches? Why am I bloated? Why am I having these aches and pains? I'm eating a healthy diet. I don't understand it. Why am I sluggish? It's because even in the healthy food, with the way it's grown, with the GMOs, the pesticides, the chemicals, the toxins, we're not getting the nutrition that we should be getting from our food. So we are nutrient deficient. And a lot of people today, they go for protein. They go for protein shakes. And I know, working out, like I said, I work out too. And I used to do protein shakes all the time. And we think we are protein deficient. We think part of our problem of why we're so tired, why we have these problems, is because we don't have enough protein. There is plenty of protein out there. There's no shortage of protein. You have meats, you have fish, you have nuts and seeds, you have so many things, so many foods to give you protein, that we are not protein deficient. And yet, we think that if we drink a protein drink, we need that protein. We're getting plenty of protein. It's not protein that we're missing. It is nutrients. It's vitamins and minerals because of the way our food is grown. If you compare our food to Europe, we actually have chemicals in our country that are allowed to be in our food that are banned in Europe, because they know that they cause health issues for people. You know, you have the dyes, artificial dyes, like, you know, the yellow #6, red #5. You have those artificial dyes. You have maltodextrin. You have, you know, MSG. You have sucralose. You have a lot of chemicals in your food that they're banned in Europe because they know they're bad for us, and yet we have them in our food here. So we're basically walking around with all these chemicals coming in our body, even if we're trying to eat healthy, and not enough nutrition. And we think it's protein. We need more protein. So we load up on protein, 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 when there is such a thing as too much protein. So, you know, what we need to do is to get real good nutrition. We need to have the proper number of nutrients in our body, the proper number of vitamins, the proper amount of minerals, the proper amount of superfoods. And we can't get that from our food alone. We can't get that just from eating a healthy diet, because the nutrients, the vitamins are depleted, you know, through the GMOs, the chemicals, the pesticides, the soil, you know, nutrient depletion just from the soil being either sprayed with pesticides or just used so much that it's lacking its nutrition, its vitamins, its minerals. So what we need to do is we need to supplement. We need to overcome this lack of nutrition. You know, the answer is not to get more protein. Like I said, we have enough protein, and a lot of people think that they can overcome their lack of nutrition through protein, but really we need the vitamins, the minerals that we can't get from food alone these days, the way it's grown. So what I take in order to supplement and to fill in the gaps of my nutrition, because you know, I do eat a fairly healthy diet. I do exercise regularly. I should have lots and lots of energy. But and I do, when I do the proper things, which is fill in the gaps in my nutrition with this superfood shake that I take, and I'm going to show it to you in a minute. And so, you know, once we fill in the gaps in our nutrition, then we're getting the vitamins and minerals that we need. So what I drink every day is this. This happens to be a vanilla flavor. This is Shakeology. So Shakeology is a nutrient-dense superfood shake. It's not a protein shake. It has protein in it, but it's not just a protein shake. It's not considered a protein shake. It's considered a nutrition shake. And the reason for Shakeology is to fill in those gaps that we do not get from food alone. Even, like I said, if we're eating a completely healthy diet of healthy fruits, healthy veggies, lean meats, nuts and seeds, even if we cut out the sugar, the junk food, the fast food, the processed food, we still have those nutrient gaps in our diet. So Shakeology is designed to fill in those nutrient gaps. It's a nutrition drink. It's full of vitamins like your regular multivitamin. So you can replace your multivitamins with Shakeology. You don't need multivitamins if you're drinking Shakeology. And in fact, Shakeology is better absorbed by your body than a multivitamin, because multivitamins, you know, you take them, they sit in your stomach, they don't all get dissolved 100%. Shakeology, because it's a powder, you mix it in like a liquid like water or almond milk. Because you mix it and it's a liquid, it gets fully absorbed in your body. And so it has all the vitamins of a multivitamin. It, you know, replaces your probiotics, prebiotics, because it has probiotics and prebiotics in it. It has minerals. It has superfoods in it. This has more stuff in it, more healthy foods than you can possibly eat in one day. If you look at the back, and you can even go on, like, you know, my website, and you can see the ingredients, but if you look at the back of Shakeology, it has everything in it. It lists everything. and it has your adaptogen blend. It has your super green blend. It has your fruit and antioxidant blend. It has your protein blend. So it has protein in it, but it has so much more than a protein shake. It has your probiotics and prebiotics. So you have these superfoods, and some of these you may have heard of, some of these you may not have heard of, but it has like maca root and flax and blueberry and ashwagandha and spinach and kale and matcha, and it has your, you know, vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin, you know, B, your iron, your calcium. It has all of that and all of the minerals. So this basically, it fills in those nutrient gaps that you are missing from your diet, from your food, even when you eat a healthy diet. And the way that Shakeology is made is there are no refined sugars in it. It's completely clean. It has no preservatives. It has no artificial colors. And in fact, it is minimally processed. Okay, this is minimally processed. Yes, it comes in a bag and it is a powder, but I'll tell you why it's minimally processed. The way that they package everything is they will get the fruits, the superfoods, the vegetables, the minerals from the plants. You know, they'll get the superfoods, and they will sun dry them and then grind them up. So in other words, they don't heat them in an oven to dry them up, because heating them in the oven would compromise the nutrition. They sun dry the nutrients. The superfoods that they put in here. So say like they put kale in, they will put the kale in the sun and have it dry, so that way when they grind it up, it still has all the nutrients. The nutrients were not killed by putting it like in an oven per se. So you know, when they made this, it actually took them quite a few years to formulate it. It took them like 10 years. And the reason is because what they wanted to do when they were formulating Shakeology is their goal, Beachbody's goal, was to find something that was the best quality to give to everybody, in order, you know, so that people will basically, you know, get the nutrition they need, heal their bodies, and they want to find the best quality. So what they do is they actually have two co-creators, and these co-creators, Darren O'Lean and Isabella Deichler, they actually went to these countries and they said, what is the thing that is keeping these people in these countries healthy? So they saw certain countries where people live healthier lives, longer lives, and they were like, what is it about these countries? What is it about what these people are doing that is helping them live longer, have less diseases? And they actually flew to these countries. They interviewed people, they saw how they were living, and then Beachbody said, hey, this is, you know, they brought it back to Beachbody. Beachbody said, hey, this is great stuff. I want this in my Shakeology. And they basically formulated Shakeology from all these superfoods that they found helps people in other countries live longer, healthier lives. And they brought it to Beachbody. And it took them 10 years because they wanted to make sure that quality was up. They want to make sure they had the, you know, the right blend of superfoods, that they were good quality. They were coming from good quality farms. And even today, Beachbody still sends out a group of researchers to these different fields in these other countries for quality control, to make sure that these superfoods are grown the way they're supposed to be grown. And so this is basically a shake that you drink once a day, and it will fill in the gaps that you are missing from your nutrition. Even, like I said, when you're eating a healthy diet of fruits, veggies, lean meats, nuts, and seeds, Shakeology will give you the nutrition that is lacking from even your healthy foods, because of the way the healthy foods are grown today. So anyways, with Shakeology, if you do want to try it, you do get a 30-day money-back guarantee. So you can try the entire bag, and if you don't notice a difference difference, within 30 days. They'll give you your full money back. There's lots of flavors. But basically, since I've been drinking Shakeology, I have a lot more energy. I have hypothyroidism. So I used to suffer with low energy all the time. I used to have to take naps, like 2-3 hour naps. So since I've been drinking Shakeology, I have the energy. I have, my stress level is down because there's blends to help with stress in there. My digestion is great. Even my numbers for my thyroid are like in the perfect range since I've been drinking Shakeology. My aches and pains are decreased. I haven't gotten sick. There are blends in here that are immunity boosters. And I've been drinking this once a day for 3 years. I haven't really gotten sick. If a cold comes on, it doesn't develop much of anything because I'm getting the nutrition that I need. So yes, following a healthy diet is important. Eating whole, fresh fruits, veggies, lean meats, nuts, seeds, things like that. Getting exercise is important, but also getting the proper nutrition through something like this that you're missing, even when you are eating a healthy diet, is important. When you put all three together, then you are going to be fighting diseases. You're going to be, helping with your weight loss. You're going to help with your, muscle building and toning that you want. And you're basically going to be living a healthier lifestyle overall. So like I said, this is not a protein shake, even though it has protein in it. It's a dense nutrition shake. It is a supplement, just like you would take a vitamin every day. Instead, you take this. You take it every day, and just like a vitamin builds on each other every day, so does this. So it's an everyday thing, once a day, and that's it. So the goal is to, give our bodies the best nutrition we can so that we can function the best we can. So that is a little bit about Shakeology, and just keep eating healthy, supplement with your whole food nutrition, exercise, and you will notice changes. You will notice you'll be healthier, have more energy, have less stress, have less anxiety, fight depression, and just be healthier overall. So anyways, that's it. If you have any questions, then, feel free to ask, send me a message. And if you do want to try, 30 day supply of Shakeology, then I have my business cards over there, and feel free to pick up one, and feel free to check it out, message me, whatever you want to do. So anyways, I hope you have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye.